Hey everybody, it's the D-Rock Hunter. Welcome to my new Let's Play of Pokemon FireRed, my second Pokemon game. Alright, so I will also be covering the Leaf Green version of this as well, so any of you guys are playing Leaf Green out there, you won't be left behind. So let's get started. Very responsibly explained in order to but I don't give a crap about this. I'm actually using Tsume for this, so the controls are going to be a little bit different. So let's get started. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. You will officially with me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets, or they use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little bit about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? I am a guy. Again, with our name? What is it? My name? That I love so much, well, not really, because a lot of people tend to mispronounce this so many times, is Derek. Right, so your name is Derek? Yes. It's my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. How can we be rivals if we're babies? Nintendo logic is shining through. What was his name again? But we can name him anything we want, but yeah, I am personally going to name him actually, no, that's not his name. Yes, I named him Tyler. Was his name Tyler? Yes, that's right, I remember now. His name is Tyler. Derek, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. World of dreams and adventures of Pokemon away. Let's go! Alright, so this is basically our room right here. I'll show you the options right here. This basically shows our bag, our ID for money, and how much money we have. Save progress, the options button. I want to go to the options real quick. I want to change things up a little bit. Guess I'll go for that one. The first thing that I recommend that you do is go over here. Right here. Alright, withdraw a potion. Alrighty. Now we finish up with that. Let's move on. So what we need to do is head on down here. Hello. Right, all boys leave home someday. It says so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. What is this? It's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. What movie is that referencing off? Anyway, this is Pallet Town! Welcome to Pallet Town! So what we need to do is, just head on. Hey, wait, don't go out there! Who are you? Oh, it's this guy. It doesn't say, wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know, here, come with me. Alright, this is where the fun begins. Okay. This knucklehead. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Tyler? Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Derek. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on and choose. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Tyler. You can have one too. Okay, so right here. We got 3 Pokeballs right here. And this is where a new feature of my Pokemon Let's Play comes into action. Our first choice Pokemon that we could choose as a starter is Bulbasaur, the very first grass poison type. It's the only starter that does this. This will be the Pokemon that you would choose on the Pokeball on the left. Each starter, real quickly, is going to specialize in 2 stats. Bulbasaur is going to specialize in special attack and special defense upon its final evolution. This thing is recommended for beginners of the series. So if you're new into this whole thing, Bulbasaur is your guy. You're also seeing a recommendation meter right there, rating it on a scale of 1 to 10. Every starter is going to be recommended with a 10 because it is really useful for using it on your team. Bulbasaur is obviously no exception. The Pokemon you're going to be getting on the right side of the table is Charmander. Charmander is going to specialize in special attack and speed when it's fully evolved. Real quickly, I'm not going to talk about the evolutions of each of the Pokemon until when the chosen starter evolves. Um, Charmander is the popular choice for obvious reasons. But personally, I am not the biggest fan of Charmander in the world, so I do have to say, if you are an expert, this is your guy. So if you want to go for a challenge, go for Charmander. Finally, the Pokeball you're going to be getting in the middle is Squirtle, my personal favorite of the group. This is also the bulkiest, specializing in HP, defense, and special defense. Yeah, this is the only starter that's going to specialize in 3. This is something I forgot to mention. Squirtle is probably the best choice, personally. So, if you want to have a really good wall, Squirtle's your guy. And like any water starter, it is the middle of the road choice. So if you want to go for an average challenge, Squirtle's your guy. Okay, so I hope you guys liked my new BIOS that I created on my own. I wanted to make some improvements on my previous Let's Play on this Platinum, so I hope you guys liked it. And don't worry, I'm going to make some changes on that later on. So for this Let's Play, I decided to go for my boy Squirtle. So, you got Squirtle. Yeah. Nickname for Squirtle? Let's think here. In my previous LP, I went with their origins. Instead, I am going to be going for random ones of my choice. Oh. There we go. Tortuga. I'll take this one then. Now, like any rival, he will select the one that has the advantage. Personally, I think that's probably the worst idea for any tournament. Say after this. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon will battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. Alrighty. Wait, Derek, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, take you on. Alrighty. This starts off the very first battle of the game. With our rival. That's our Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is going to have Tackle and Growl, I believe it is. Oh, for Pete's sake, so bushy as always, Derek. Never had a Pokemon? I know how to do this. I'm a Pokemon freaking veteran here. Jeez. Okay, come on. Alrighty, so you have some 4 options out here. You can always run from battle, but in the trainer, you cannot battle. Pokemon here where you can switch out your Pokemon if you ever need to. Your bag is for when you like heal up your Pokemon, like with potions or catching a Pokemon or use anything else. We're gonna be battling this thing, and we will have Tackle and Tail Whip. And if you started off with a Charmander, shut up, Oak. It will have Scratch and Growl, I believe it is. So we'll keep doing this. Down. And there we go. Very nice. Yay, Tortuga go level 6. Alrighty. What? Unbelievable, I picked the wrong Pokemon. Nah, it's because you suck. Alright. Yes, oh, I know how to play. I'm not a noob. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Gramps, Derek, smell you later. Oh, that Gary! Or that Tyler! Alrighty, so going up here, we can now go into tall grass whenever we want to. And right here, coming up to Route 1, I'm gonna introduce you 2 new Pokemon that you can find on this route, so check them out. So one of the new Pokemons that you can find out here is Pidgey, the very first flying type Pokemon out here. Pidgey is kind of an average Pokemon to choose from. It's not too bad, not too good though. What evolves into Pidgeotto at level 18, sorry, got something in my throat. It becomes pretty much more stronger as it is, and it also becomes a little bit quicker as well. And finally, when it evolves into Pidgeot at level 36, sorry for the little bit of corruption right here. I'll fix that later on. Pidgeot is probably one of the best normal flying types out there, but personally, I'm not a big fan of the Pidgey line out here. So I guess if you want to go for a normal flying type this early in the game, I guess I could recommend Pidgey. Now the other Pokemon you're going to find out here is Rattata. Rattata is not a very good Pokemon, really. As you can see, my recommendation number is only at 2. But I do recommend this Pokemon if you want to have an HM Slave on your team. Now, you're probably wondering why I don't have its evolution on here. It's because you can find that other evolution Pokemon later on in the game. So I will cover that one. Don't worry. Just be patient. I'll cover that Pokemon by the time comes. Its stats aren't really that good as well, except for speed. So I guess if you want to have a pretty quick Pokemon on your team this early in the game, I guess I could recommend it, but it's only good for being an HM Slave. And welcome back! I hope you guys like my new bios, and wouldn't you know it, we ran into a freaking Pidgey. Now, I'm going to be cutting out battles from here, so I don't want it to take too long, and oh, critical hit. Not bad. Okay, so, who are you? I work at a Pokemon. Alright, please visit in Viridian City. And this person gives us a free potion. So that's our second free potion in the game. Pretty cool, huh? Alright. So let's see here. Can I make it? Yes. Can I make it? Nope. Alrighty. You know what? I guess I could battle this Pokemon real quickly. Jeez! Why does that happen? Jeez. When does that ever happen? Alright. There we go. Yay! Torchica grew to level 7. And it learned Bubble. Bubble actually has a chance of slowing down your opponent, so welcome to Viridian City. We can see our Pokemon here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quickly. So, you ever need a place where you can heal up your Pokemon? This is the place. Alrighty. Now that we've done that, what we're now gonna want to do is we're gonna want to go over here. Get out of the way. We're gonna go in here. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? Yeah, what of it? You're Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? And we get Oak's parcel. Also known as a package of some kind. Excuse me. Okay, thanks. Please say hi to Professor Oak for me, okay? I'm gonna go with no. Okay. When we go out this way, this takes us to the next route out here. This is Route 22. I'm not gonna go out this way quite yet. I want to take care of the stuff we can do north of here first, and then I'll go out that way. But right here, we have our third free potion. So yeah, we're getting some good stuff here. Hey, what do you say? Those Pokeballs are your way. You have Pokemon, don't you? Yeah, one. It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. Only in battles. And I absolutely forbid you from going through here. It's private property. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. I'm so sorry. He hasn't had his coffee yet. The first time I saw this, I thought it was actually dead. And I was like, Game Freak, why did you have to input something like that on here? Alright. As you can see, we can hop down these things. Be a little bit of a shortcut, which is actually really nice. Okay. So, we made it back to Pallet Town, safe and sound. But now we're gonna want to go here. Alrighty. Hello, old man. Oh, Derek, how's my old Pokeball? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? We gave him the parcel. Ah, it's a custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Thank you. Hello, Gramps. Oh, you Tyler. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon that you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. It's like Bulbapedia. Derek and Tyler, take these with you. You got the Pokédex. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching more Pokemon. And we get 5 Pokeballs. Yay! When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. You make a complete guide to all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream, but I'm too old. I can't get the job done. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Derek, I hate to say this, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Oh, gee, I wonder what we're gonna do. Yep. We're going. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, take this with you. And we get the town map. So I'll go ahead and show you our map. So this is basically Kanto, for those of you who have never played Pokemon before, which I will feel very sorry for you. Our next destination is going to be right here. I'll talk about that from when we get there. Alrighty? So, let's move on. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to cut ahead until I get to... when I get to Viridian City. Alright, I'll see you guys in just a minute. And we're back! Alrighty, so now that we've finally gotten up to here, this old hag is no longer down. Whoa, now I've had my coffee and that's what I need to get going. What is that red box you have? Also, you're working on your Pokédex. So let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? Yeah, I do. So, because of that, you didn't to hear about us, so you get a jump cut. There, now tell me, that was education, was it not? Here, take the tip. And he gets us a Teachy TV. If it's something you don't understand, watch that. It will teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. I'm gonna go with no. Alright, so welcome to Route 2. Up here in this small patch of grass right here, you can find 2 new Pokemon out here. So let's talk about them. Okay, so one of the new Pokemon that you can find out here is Caterpie, the very first pure bug-type Pokemon. Caterpie is alright, I guess. It evolved from Butterfree, who was actually a really good Pokemon from the first game. So, if you want to get a Butterfree, start it out as a Caterpie. Trust me, it's a good idea to do so. All in all, it's not too bad. But it's kind of hard for me to recommend this Pokemon for anyone in his imagination. But if you want one, it's not like I can stop you. Now, the other Pokemon that you can find out here is Weedle, a bug poison type. The very first non-poison type that you get if you did not start it off with a Bulbasaur. Weedle is basically a Caterpie, only it's poisonous. But this one I don't really recommend as much as Caterpie, though. Its evolved form, Beedrill, is pretty decent, I guess. So I guess if you want to have an okay poison type this early in the game, I guess I could recommend it. Okay, now that we have finished up with the new bios that you can find out here, right here we have the entrance to the Viridian Forest. But I'd say that now that we finally reached up to this point in the game, I think we're pretty good to end things off right here, alright? So, next time on Pokemon Fire Red. We're actually going to be heading out for Route 22 and progress from there, alright? I will see you guys then.